Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wooly1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome back for Captain of Industry. Another nerd is here, thank you for claiming first, and Victoria is here, over there on the YouTubes. Welcome in everybody. We are returning to Captain of Industry. Last time we were here, we got our new gold factory up and running, and we did something else too that I don't remember what it was. It's Batman's fault. It's always Batman's fault. Including the death of his parents. That especially was Batman's fault. So we did something else last time too. I can't remember what it was. But, and then tonight I want to get our new research factory rebuilt, or existing research factory rebuilt as a train-fed factory, because it's been operating as a truck-fed factory for far, far too long. So we're going to work on that one. And then once we get that done, we can go to our space station and see if there's a little bit more we can do over there. Batman, welcome in. You tune in, you're getting bad mouth. Yep. Sounds about right. So let's go ahead and switch into the game and see what's up. I have been letting the game run, doing terraforming. Oh yeah, we worked on our nuclear power plant some. I have been letting terraforming run. I wanted to remove this entire section of plateau here, which is nearly done because I need to run tracks through here on the ground. So I did do this really, really janky looking bypass loop here, which will get replaced with a straight shot up this way and up this way, and then we'll redo the connector here to the medical supplies factory, similar to the way we redid the one here for the farm. Also, the nuclear power plant. Let's see. Standard operating procedure. Yes. The nuclear power plant, the old one, is gone. There's still a ridiculous amount of nuclear waste here, depleted uranium here. Eventually, hopefully, we'll use all of that. At this point, I have no idea. We have 15 uranium rods left we cannot use. The reactors require us to have at least 16 to operate. We can't operate with 15, so 15 will be how many we have for the rest of our lives. Although I don't know, I guess we should try this and maybe we can just do it. Delete that, please. Also, we are removing all of the spent mocks here. We're down to a small amount in each of these 5 plus this one. Actually, I can probably start tightening those up. And then we have all 5 of these that are still completely full. So we have a lot of spent mocks to go through. What else is also gone here is the factory that was making turning the other uranium stuff into more uranium stuff. It was the... it was the reprocessed uranium being turned into enriched uranium. So that has all been processed. You're not deleting anything? Oh, I deleted lots of things, though. That has all been processed. The station over here on this side... at the new nuclear power plant is completely full of this, plus there's quite a bit in the storage is full, and there's quite a bit in the station, and then I have an entire train full over here waiting to go, plus a bit, almost an entire another train full. So we've got quite a bit of that stuff still. We need to probably though save up storage full of it, because it's used for making the compact reactors that I think we need for space. So we should probably actually store up 1 full storage of this enriched uranium. Otherwise, we'll end up making it later in this process here, which I don't want to do unless I have to, so I'm not going to. So let's go ahead and save up 1 storage full of this stuff. I'm just going to put it here, and we'll just crab walk it wherever we want it to actually go later. But I'll put a thingy in here. No, I won't do it like that, will I? We'll put a thingy. Actually, let me just put it in over here. This will be fine. And then we'll just belt it over and into there. And then we'll just crab walk this to wherever we want it. But this will be our storage of 3,000 of this enriched uranium that we won't use for making core fuel, because we haven't really been using much of it anyway for that. As well, not that moves. This is moving. So we have all of this now. This is where we're processing the spent mox. I think I had 2 spent fuel left over. I just allowed the trucks to deliver it here, and then they did, and everything was better again. And now I think everything is stable here, with 2 power plants going. To start up the third one, what I think I want to do is set it to 3x, which will use a quarter of the water that the other ones use, but it'll produce a lot, and thus produce a quarter of the steam, which means we won't generate much power with it, but it will produce a lot of extra blanket fuel, which means we can turn these down to 0, which I can't remember what the advantage of that is. What is the advantage between 0 and 1? Wasn't it just... Oh, it uses less fuel to operate. Right. And that's kind of what we want to have happen. So I think at some point we should do that. We have over 1,000 people available now, so we could probably just go ahead and do it now. I think it might make sense to start this one up at 1x, and then jump one of them to 3x, and then jump the other 2 down to 0x. If I check my calculations spreadsheet here, which I can probably share with you all. Let me see if I can. Not that. This one, I think. Yeah, this one here. We are currently operating, well, somewhere between these 2 builds here. We are getting our blanket fuel from spent fuel / mox, at least some of it. We are getting these 2 going as well, so we're getting core fuel from both of these processes. But we're also doing this core fuel from enriched uranium as well, and this one as well. So we're doing kind of a combination of these 2 processes, I think. But we only have 2 reactors going, not 3. So we only have 2 of these going and only 4 of these going, and we only have 3 of these going because that's all we have built. We have 1 of those going, and this one, core fuel from blanket fuel, we have 4 of those going, but we're capable of 6 of those. And so what we want to do is move over into this type of thing here, where we have 1 of them running at 3x and 2 of them running at 0x, so that we use less core fuel overall. Instead of using 48, we'll only be using 32. Which means that we'll get less spent core fuel, but that's fine. And then we're also still producing, though, the same amount of blanket fuel as we were over here. Or turning the same amount of blanket fuel into enriched as we were over here. So the core fuel reprocessing doesn't need to run as full tilt as it was before, so we only need 2 of them instead of 3, which we are currently running 2. We could run 3. Core fuel from blanket fuel is still just 4. Why the heck do I need 6 of those built then? Oh, because I had it here for 6. Okay. So we can keep that at 4 then, and keep that at 2 then if we do this right away. We're still doing this blanket fuel from enriched blanket and depleted uranium, but we still do have this going and this going, so until we have those depleted, I think we want to stay at 3 by 1x rather than switching to the 3x and the 0x, I think. And then once we run out of depleted uranium, whenever that happens, we'll have to do the blanket fuel from the yellow cake to take its place there. So I think that's what we want. We want to leave it the way that it is at 1x, and run this one also at 1x, and then make the changes later once we have depleted all of this and all of that. You are chugging away, which means that, oh, the train came back. Good. I need to let the train visit here one more time, but I need to, that's not it. I need to check this before it goes. Yes, I need to flip this for sure. And I think I'm going to flip this as well, just for a moment. And then flip that for sure, and then flip this just for a moment. And then you have 217, and you have 219, and these ones have 222 each. Yeah. So we want to do unrestricted visit here. So the train will come back to us. It'll load up here. It won't leave because it's not set to leave until it's full. I wouldn't allow that to be any more than 1, but we only have 1 train on that loop. This will load up that last train full, and then we can get rid of all of this, actually. Let's do this, that, and this to send that fuel, the hydrogen back over there, I guess. Although it's not going to do much good, is it? No. We're not using enough here. It's because it's only being used for fuel, right? Yeah, it's only being used for fuel. So I'm going to end up deleting all that hydrogen. It's fine. So the train will come and collect this up, and it'll do its thing. Other progress along the way here. We're still filling in holes. We're going to be filling in holes for the rest of our lives, of course. The iron over here completely ran out. So we're filling that hole in with rock. I could also allow it, actually, some slag as well. Maybe that'll do something, maybe it won't. We're filling in this hole here with these things. What are these things called again? Stacker towers. We're filling in that hole, and we are mining iron from over here. I have 3 excavators here, which is probably too many, because all the trucks are just sitting around doing nothing because we're not using enough iron for that. But maybe we'll use more in the future. I prepped a mining tower here for some of this coal, so that we can pull that out of there when the time comes. And we're also pulling sand again out of here because all the sand that was in buckets here has disappeared. So we have that going for us. And limestone is still working away, but is mostly idle as well. Let's see, what else do I got going on? Ooh, wow, coal mine has progressed quite far here. So eventually need to deal with that. Speaking of that, we can probably get rid of these guys. Probably. We could start off with, yeah, I think we should just disable these. Let's pause the boilers. And that'll shut them down. And if we need them, we can start them back up again, but we don't need them because we now have 16 times 15, which is 240 times 2. That's 480 megawatts of power from nuclear, and then a bunch of power from solar as well that I don't know that I can break down easily. I don't think there's any stats on that. Is there stats on power production and what it, not just how much power we're producing, but how much, from what sources? No, there isn't. Okay, that would be interesting. How much is solar versus nuclear? That would be kind of nice. Well, or steam, I guess, because it's all steam power. But yeah, each one of these breeder reactors produces twice as much as the double reactor of the previous type that we had going over here. So, yeah. Kind of nice. Oh no, each one produces the same amount as a double reactor that we had going over here. Misspoke. Sorry about that. So, this is... Oh, I need to do this. Quick remove those. It'll disable that box, but it'll put those in here. And I could delete these, and I think I'm just going to. Because these 15, I can't use them for anything. I can only use them to generate power. And I can't generate power with them because I don't have enough. So I think I'm just going to delete them. Because I don't really need them sitting around. There's no advantage to it. And there's no disadvantage to it. So I'm going to delete them. But a Batman is not deleting anything. Okay, so today's project, for now anyway, is this research facility here is currently still being all truck fed. And I want to manipulate that so that it can be train fed. And we have water here locally. Ooh, that's nice. All right, so we're going to use that water. I want to do maybe something like this arrangement. And then we need to bring in all these items on trains. Let's just start collecting up stations. I need steel, rubber, copper, wood, limestone, glass, electronics 2, and electronics 3. Over here, I have steel, rubber, copper, wood, electronics 3, electronics 2. I think I also said glass. I think I'm going to start with a big-ass copy of this let's bring the hydrogen too. We're gonna need fuel for this, so let's bring the hydrogen too, which means actually bring this much. Yeah, and then go like this, and then we'll just rearrange and remove where we don't need them. So I think we can stop here. And then we'll figure out a layout for this station. So something like this. I want to remove all of these outputs that are here. And all of these feedback belts that are here. Which means I can probably put all these stations right up next to each other rather than them being one space apart. And we also need the new fuel stations. These ones. There we go. Collision with pillar. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just take that out. I may have to tweak it, but fine. Okay, so now the order I think that I want would really be hydrogen first, but I think hydrogen last would be fine. So let's start here. First of steel. Steel, then rubber, then copper is a fine order. Steel. And then rubber. And then copper. Water doesn't count. That'll come in from over here. Steel, rubber, copper. Wood is next. Let's take this electronics here out of the way. We'll need that later. Wood is here. Limestone I don't have. Glass, so I don't need this concrete block. Glass, well, limestone next. So limestone drop off. I can get that from over here. Yeah, copy that from here. Okay, and a new fuel station. And then glass is next after limestone. And then electronics 2, and then electronics 3. I believe that pipe is hosed, so we're going to have to redo that pipe. Yeah. Yep, that pipe's got to get redone. And electronics 3. And then there's one more station that we need here, and that is recyclables pressed out, which I can do from the settlement here. Like this. And then oh, that one went wonky. Oh yeah, that went wonky. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this pipe out, which also went wonky. Let's change this here like that. We need to have a copy of this station here, and somehow I didn't get this one in here because of this pipe being wonky as well. Lovely. Okay, there we go. Yep. Go ahead and take out this wonky pipe while we're removing wonky pipes. I don't miss it later. And then we put this one in last over here. That was not how I wanted it. Like that. So we have these three: steel, rubber, copper. We have wood, limestone, glass. Wood, limestone, glass. Electronics 2 and 3, and then recyclables. Electronics 2, 3, and then recyclables out. Okay, good. So now we just need to change the names of these stations. This will be research. And this will be rubber. Please. Thank you. This will be copper. This will be wood. This will be limestone. Oh no. Come on. Glass. Electronics 2. Electronics 3. Did I really do? Yeah, I did. I did the 2 in Arabic numerals and the 3 in Roman numerals. Research recyclables and then research hydrogen. There we go. Okay, so that's our new station. We need to fix the pipes, of course. Previously discussed. Let's do a junction here. There. And here. And that one's okay. That one's okay, but this one here. And then I can do pipes more easily. Maybe. Thank you. Flip that one. This one is unneeded. This one is unneeded. Flip that one. Okay, good. Central Plateau Mining Tower has nothing to do. Okay, that's good. Let's take that out. And let's go ahead and fill this in with dirt. Dirt. Need a couple more of these over here. That should be good. I want to... What do I want to do with those 2 excavators? Do I want to keep going here? I don't think so. Not right now. Because I think I want to move this before we do it again. Let's take out all of this and all of this. And a couple of you are going to complain. You're complaining. You're complaining. And somebody else right here is complaining. I can't see it. There it is. Okay. And you got yourself... How'd you get yourself stuck down there? Weirdo? Okay, recover. You're complaining about sand, but I'm okay with that because I have sand from 2 other places. And you're probably just doing your thing. I think I want to bring them those two excavators back over here and have them keep digging away at this mountain, I think. Which is one of these over here. That one? Yeah. 2, 3, and let's go up to 12. Another one, huh? Okay. And so I think I'd like to try to cease using this sorting plant. What I'd also like to do is tell them to take all this dirt that's here and go dump it on the ground over there, because we need to build that other rail in there. Okay, so let's just actually work on that next, I think, because otherwise I'm going to be behind on that process. You go there. I had better not do that much, though. And then I want to redo this to be kind of similar to what we have here at the farm. Minus the solar panels, probably, but, you know, otherwise, same thing. I think I need to copy, not quite that much. Let's copy this much, like this, to there. Here. Set that down for a moment. But that's not going to work out as well as I was hoping. That's fine. Take the solar panels out just to be less confusing. I need to move these parking areas down a bit. Let's just add a bunch of space here. Can't even see what I'm clicking there. That, I think. Nope, not like that. Crap. And then unity that. Hopefully the directions were corrected. Yeah. And then I can move these 1, 2, 3, 4, probably at least out of there. Then I want to see if I can fit this thing in. Oh, it's different. Because of course it is. I don't know if this is going to work quite the same. Okay, well I can't cheat this, so I got to do this the manual way. It's fine. Okay, so this is going to go here. Because this is where the new line is going to come through. This one here I put in, but I didn't connect it. That would connect like that. And then, how do I want... Well, maybe I just put those back up where they were then. Yeah, I think I can just do that. Okay. So much for that idea. Let's put those back. Okay, we're up here. What did I have here originally? Anybody know? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is all I need at most. 7, 8. Okay, I'll stick out 2 more then. On the other side, I have less. I only have 6, but I think I'll stick with 8. Just for symmetry. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That. Okay. Let's have another one of those right here. Yep. Okay. That looks good. So then if I take you this way. I bring it across this way. Actually, can that just go straight into there? It can. Okay. And then this one. This one's a bit more difficult. Because this one's going to need to go up here, but also up in the air. I would rather have it be a J. I don't think I can do that. Cannot. Instead, if I slope this up, I need a little bit more space there. But I think it'll work out better. Because I can just do this here. Although better would be to back this up even more. Maybe like that. Oh yeah. And then go out there. And a couple more, I think it was. And then into here. No. Is it 0? No, it was 1. There. And bring that down. You're going to be in the way, aren't you? I Okay, you stop right there for right now. Take this back out. Yeah, all of it. Bring this down to 0. And connect it out. And then do this one where I can put it in. Wherever that might be. Go grab the red 90-degree curve. This one? That'll be better. And then... And then what? Right there. Yeah, I was off by 1. I probably could have moved this back by 1, and then that would have been perfect. But it's okay. Manipulating this is a lot easier than manipulating that. Like that. Okay. And then you'll just come in like this. Like that. So let's Unity build a bunch of this stuff. Still not... I didn't do this, did I? No. Still not enough dirt, huh? That way, this way. Yep, need more dirt. I guess I could have forced them to fill in just this part first. That would have been smarter. Work harder, not smarter, everybody. Missed. There and here. Have any dirt stored up over here? Yes, I do. Somebody come and get this dirt too. How many stations we have here? 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay, that's a good sized parking area then. We could do... this while we wait. Not that that really saved us much time. And they basically collected all the dirt from there. And they're coming to collect most of this from here still. I'll go ahead and have the rest of them come pick it up. Go wait till that blue bar fills up entirely first. Or it fills up at the time the white bar goes away. You may proceed. There it is. Okay. And that'll give us all the dirt we need here, and then the rest of it I can just add in more places to dump it. Once they're done with what I have marked, still. Keep on a truckin'. There you go, people. No more complaining. Just fill it in. Graspian, welcome in. Let's see. Let's go ahead and clear this. And we'll put this in there. Graspian's on both channels. Alright, so let's build all of this now. And this. And this. And then I want to break this. And that. No more inbound in this direction. And then I want to break this. I guess that. That too. And this here. No more outbound there or here at all. I want to make sure that trains are using the new tracks before I do any more damage. Hey Mark, welcome in as well. Let's see. Okay, looks like we got a couple of candidates here. A sugar train and a plastic train. Mm-hmm. There's somebody else sneak into here too, but I don't know if I saw them leave or not. We'll just wait till one of these two leaves. It'll be fine. Suppose I could probably just Unity remove this stuff here. Here comes one of them now. The sugar train. And also the glass train, or the plastic train. There it goes. Another plastic train? Sure is. Sure enough is. Right, and you are going out that way. Excellent. Okay, so we can remove this entire track, that entire track, this entire track. I'll leave the crossing for the moment. That goes, this goes. This, that, this, and that all go. Does Unity remove all of that? Oops, I should have gotten a little bit more there, maybe. Or maybe not. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. That takes care of all of that. I guess I can remove this then too. Like that. I need to do a little bit of no-stop manipulation though. Let's see. You don't need a no-stop in that area. You don't need a no-stop here or here. Here or here. Or whatever the hell that is. And this doesn't need one there either. Probably not. Remove that one, remove this one. This one here. And there. And here. And there, and there, and there. And here, and there. And here, and there. There and there. Already removed that one. I think that's it. Because we do need it still in this area. Probably no stop that. And no stop that, although we don't train short enough to matter there. Just as a matter of form. And I think that should do it. probably. Okay, we did not get enough dirt to fill that in, but that's okay. We'll get it eventually, and we'll fill it in eventually. So I think I can reasonably take this out. What are you? Where is your zone even at? Oh, you're still connected to this over here. Yeah, that's going to get redone too, but I can't delete that one as easily because I've got markings there. Need a crossing over there? Probably, yeah. I just need to decide where and how, because I think I'll put it here. Because if I put it here, then it gets weird with this. It doesn't work for the larger trucks there. I think I'll just put it down in the end down there. I think it'll be fine. It gets weird with the slope being right there because it overlaps by one space, because I should have just made these rails tight together and then it wouldn't have mattered, but I'm an idiot, so what are you gonna do? But I need to keep working on this plateau eventually. What are you all driving in there for? Oh, you're coming down here to dump rock and slag all the way over here? Okay. Alright, that's fine. Rock and stone. Okay. So here, we want to take this and put it somewhere in the vicinity of this water thing here. Doesn't have to be perfectly there, but somewhere in the vicinity. And it probably should actually be more based on where the train station needs to go. Which means we probably should put in the parking area. 10 spaces. How do I want to lay this one out? I think I'll do kind of like this here. Except hopefully without the loop-de-loop there. That is not in the right spot, but also is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go there also. That's 10. And I want to move it over by, well, I guess I could wait. But I want to put it so that it's grid aligned there for no good reason. And then we need a T intersection here. I think it's going to have to go here, which is fine. And I actually move this out of the way a little bit more. Put this in. Nope, let's do the rest of this first. Let's grab that 90-degree curve again. Tight curve here. Let's leave ourselves space for crossing here. So we'll do that. And then this up here somewhere. But this also needs to get moved up anyways. So we need to have a little bit more space there. That you can go in this area. Can't freaking see here. I think that's where I want it. So that curves backwards. Directional. I think that's what I want. More or less, anyway. For you... Why don't I just move this thing over by 1? Now double it, and then double it again. Yeah, pretty much, nerd. Actually, there's extra shit here, too. Let's go like that, then. Yeah, that's good. And then this will come out. Straight out. To there. Grab a copy of this here. put into there. And then you'll be an input here. And here. Oh, shite. Okay, well, that didn't work. Oof by 1. Well, that didn't work either. All right. And then this can come down, but we need to manipulate it quite a bit. So turn that shit off so I don't have to see it. You'll just have a pump or 2 or whatever we need here. It looks like 1 running this thing. I'm assuming I did all the math correctly on this. So you need to have 48. Each of you produce 16 times 3. That's 48. You need 16 times 3, so that's 48. So that's 24 times 2, which we need 24 times 2, which is still 24 times 2, which we need 24 times 2 again, which is 24 times 2, which is 48. That needs 32 of these and 16 of those. This makes 48 of those, and 48 of those. Those are split evenly, so we're good there. These are all assembly 4s too, so they could be upgraded later. If we wanted to go to 5s, should we go to 5s? No, I don't think so, at least not right now. If we went to 5s, we might have to do some other manipulation, but we'll see how that goes out. You also need these, which is fine. They'll be fed directly in. These, direct feed. This needs glass, direct feed, and paper, which is 8 times 4, which is 32. We're capable of making 36 here. And then that 36 will need 6 steam. We have plenty of steam. It'll need limestone, direct feed, and wood chips of... Oh, I have an idea here, though. Wood chips of 12, which we are currently able to chip 24. No, wait, we need to sneeze. We need 18 wood chips here, which means we need to have, which we have 6 extra wood chips. We need 3 wood chips to make 3 steam. We need 4.5 steam. We need 4.5 wood chips to make 4.5 steam, which is fine because we have 6, but I could change this to be a hydrogen boiler. Let's take a look at that. Power wheels. Oh dear, bank that I've never heard of has emailed me. My account is out of compliance. Oh no! Whatever will you do, nerd? Because I think we can do a hydrogen boiler here. And save ourselves some drama. Also save ourselves some pollution. Sounds legit. And just use the hydrogen that we have coming in here for fuel anyways. So I think that's a better option. So let's take that out. Which means we do not need this quite the way that it is. Better send them your SSN to clean it up. Yes, that sounds like a great plan. Let's also then tweak this a bit, I think. Flat lift. That. And like that. No. That. Wait a minute. Those aren't flat lifts. Those are U-shaped lifts. These are U-shaped belts. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. There and there. Something like that. Like that. And then the steam here. This can go away. You can go in there. Your non-compliant personal business account. Well, which is it? Yeah, I have two. I have both. We're smack dab in the middle of the water here, so that's good. So, let's see. We can probably clean this up a bit more. Also, I may want to shift it. I'm going to want to shift it down a bit, I think. I would like it to be like... Hell, did I just leave behind there, too? I would like it to be a little bit more down here. Nothing. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this up against that splitter. Take this out as well. I don't need that storage anymore because this will just go in here like this, and that'll be great. I won't need this storage here anymore because that'll be great there too. And then these guys can go, we can bust the stuff down here this way. More or less. This one will go into there, into there, into there. These are all like oof by one. Oh well. You there. You go there. You there. You go there. You there. Below there. You can go there. That end off. And this one here is this here. You'll come out from there. The hydrogen may have to bring around from the end there or bring it in from this end. Either one doesn't really matter. Water will be a direct pump here, more or less. Groundwater pump. I tuck that into there kind of nicely. Oh, it's over here. I guess I can't do that then. That's fine. You'll go in here someplace. These ones I think I'm going to change. Get a solid belt of steel, and then those two. So I think what I should do here is I should bring these closer again. I don't really need that kind of space. The only reason I shouldn't do that is if I upgraded this all to Mark V machines, or Assembly 5s, then they would need 16 paper apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 64 paper, which means I would need to have a third paper maker here. So maybe I leave the space here in case I need to add the third paper maker later. That means that they would use 12 times 3 wood chips, which means I would also need a second wood chipper, but they would still only need 3 times 3 steam, which is fine. Okay, so that's all right. Let's leave the space there then, and we'll just extendo the beltos here. Let's see. So suck my toe. Let's take this out here and put this back in like this, that, and this. You should tell that bank nerd. So suck my toe. Go in like this, all the way to there, I hope. Yeah, I think so. And you... You're off, all right. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us. this will come out to there and into here like this. And if we need the second one later, it'll just go right here and it'll be fine. And then from there, I think I'm going to build a little bit of a bus here for these 3 items. So let's just take all of this out. No, not all of it. That and this, though, will come out. That'll get flipped. And this can come down. This is steel. From there. Similar message from your bank a while ago asking you to upload your ID and passport details. Found completely sus. Turned out it was a legit text message of all things. Yeah, well, when it's from your bank, you can be a little bit more believable or more believing, I guess. When it's from a random bank you've never heard of before. Yeah, I would be sus too. Move these over here just for no good reason. Besides my own. And then flip that, and that'll be fine. And then, sad thing is they're running a campaign against scams. Well, you can't say much for idiots. That's for sure. All right, this here. Go there. You can go into there. And then this one here. Go here. And on down to here. Like that. Okay, is that everything hooked up here? Probably. Except for this water pipe. And the fuel pipe. That one kind of has to be that far away. Could be a couple of blocks closer, but that's fine. That is going to produce how much water again? 48. And we only need like 4. So we're fine there. 4.5, whatever it is. So the fuel pipe, do I want to bring it from this end or do I want to bring it from here? I think I'll bring it from here. We don't need that much either. Technically, it could take 72, but it's never going to take that. Let's just do a Mark 1 pipe for this. And then it'll come out like this, go up, all the way up, because I like taking my pipes all the way up. And then we'll come back along. Ooh, I guess I didn't plan that. Well, that's all right. Come back to here. And then we're going to do a little bit of shenanigans here. Go there, and then it's going to drop down and tuck into it like that. How about that shenanigans, everybody? Like that one? I like that one. Alright, so that's our new research build. Really did not sound legit. You never had a text message from them before? Yeah, the only text messages I get from my bank at the moment are the ones that are like, no, I get a few different kinds. I get the ones that are like, we have a new, I don't know, loan program or a new certificate of deposit program or a new this or a new that thing. I guess I get text messages about those things, so I guess it's kind of the same thing. But never asking me to upload stuff, though. That's weird. That is weird. Oh, we have to also take care of this output here. Do I need the box? I don't need the box. So let's redo these belts then. Here. Flat. This will go this way. Straight down to this point here. And then go into here like that. Yeah, I get like sales and marketing from my bank. Alright, so let's do that. What I want to do, though, is we're going to have a bunch of random scrappy bits coming out of this one. So I think I want to just delete this one outright. And, let's let this Trains Pollution 19 finish first. And then we'll delete this one outright. And we'll let any of the random parts, we'll let the trucks deliver those into the spaces where they go before we actually connect this up completely. So let's Unity build this and this. And did I miss one? Nope, I got them all. And oh yes, I did. I did miss. There. And then let's there it is. And then let's truck build the rest of this. Let's disable it. Now let's leave it there. It's fine. Disable that, or build that stuff, and we'll bring in the fuel train to get that started. But we won't bring in other materials just yet. Plus, I might need to dump these storages of things. Actually, let's start that process. Let's delete this, that, this, that, this, that, this, and that. Let's see where you can take that stuff to. At the moment, we're consuming 48 and 48. We're making 48 locally here, and we're making 48 in the space station. The upgrade to the next level of space station increases that to 96, which is why having 2 of these is kind of nice, because we can actually spin up both sets, and then we'll have a bit more research going, a little bit more faster. This is train pollution 20 now, which I think is the last stage, but it takes frickin' forever because it's a lot of points, and we're only using 48. Let's see, do you have a destination in mind? You do not, you do not, you do not. You and you, all of them don't? All of them don't, except for rubber. All right, well, we'll just allow delivery here once we get these stations built. At least the storage is built. Actually, I can allow it now. And then they'll just get delivered when the time comes. Okay, did that one not click? There we go. Somewhere I'm still using rubber. No, they just deliver it here because this is a buffer. Yeah. Because I need it for building belts and things. Oh, they can't get in there. Truck ramp. Here. They might not be able to get into there still. These have extra height. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Let's just take out these few belts here. And then we'll just reconnect them later once we have things taken care of here. All the things inbound now. We should be able to get caught from over here. Those 3 as well. Over there. At some point, this is going to wind down. I'm going to unpause all these, though, because there's probably still crap in some of those. You might as well use it instead of having to cart it. We have plenty of power and plenty of workers, and even plenty of flops, so I think it's fine. I won't unpause this half, though, until we're ready for it. I'm going to allow this as well. What are you all waiting on? Oh, you need these. Right, I have to delete the other things first. It's fine. This is fine. Probably. Maybe. You can't reach that one. All right. Where are you at? There you are. But unpause this for a little while too. Burn things down. I don't have an output, much output for the water, but I can always just delete it too. So, I'll be right back. I'm back. Might be done here. Yeah, it's done here. Okay. So let's just delete this whole damn thing. And we'll see how long it takes to get rid of it all. They should deliver most of those products over here now. Oh, yeah. We should probably enable... Pause this and that. And enable this. And those purple parts, they'll deliver here, hopefully to build this. Actually, let's pause that so they don't... But yeah, they'll deliver them there for sure. Build those when they delete them from this other one. Just going to take a fleet of trucks. Look at that. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. Fly, my minions, fly. Alright, they took those parts. They're taking those parts too. There's the rest of those. A lot of things there. No, there's not. Okay, good. And that just needs one more visitor. And if that water's still there for a while, I'll just delete it. Need to keep an eye on this, because things like wood chips are going to appear here, as well as lab equipments. Those should be able to be delivered, though. Can I allow for wood chips here? Yes. Can I allow for lab parts here? Yes. Okay. Hopefully they just will have to come here and pick them up. We have so much of these parts here. I need to maybe get them out of here at some point. Paper too. Does paper go? Actually paper. Yeah. No steam, that's fine because there's no power. So that'll be okay. Built these. There's no fuel, I mean. I missed a pipe here. Get that. I think paper is the only thing right now that is still in excess. And I think what I will do is I will just build a little storage for it. Here. I gotta watch out for the glass belt though, so maybe right there. You go like this. Unity that. Paper. And truck it in, please. There it comes. Just the wood chips now. Why? Oh, I never turned that on. Oopsie. That one too. Oh, don't do that one. Okay, they should bring in those wood chips now, and it'll take up to 40, and I think there was 24 or something here. Whatever there were, most of them are gone now. All these trucks need to get out of here. I'm going to do it this way. Rather than trying to redirect or point them somewhere new, I'm just going to make them go elsewhere. Okay, is that everything? Still 8 wood chips. Was there 48? Am I oof by 1 here? I guess there were. Alright, do this and do that. Go ahead and bring in the hydrogen train. Here. Hopefully that'll come quickly. Can't get in there. Why the heck not? Okay, let's use this then. It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Oh, there it is. Missing one little belt or rail segment. And are you happy now, 33? Oh, there's one more over here. Okay. How about now, 33? There we go. All right, let's do this. Get some fuel in here. These guys should be all done. Turn off the request, or the allow, I mean. Are you... Don't do that. Don't do that. train 33 was our train. Hey, Marshall, welcome in. Well, this isn't where I thought you were going. Okay. Who are you? Oh. Yeah, okay. That was the wood truck that I interrupted. It was going in here. It'll go its own way later. Who's scheduled to come in here? Just one? Now it's train 34. Okay, here you come. I might need some more hydrogen trains again. Not sure. Who uses a lot of hydrogen? You use a lot of hydrogen, but you're good. So do you, I think, but you're good. Might be fine then. There you are, 34. Alright, there we go. So that should get a little bit of fuel down this line. To get this started up so we can start making paper out of the wood pulp that's here. There it goes. Means we can use some more wood pulp in here. Hopefully we can make at least 2 recipes. We should be able to make 2. That should get us the rest of the wood pulp out of here. Hopefully. Is this the only place we use paper? Yeah, for now. We use it for office supplies if we ever set up offices. Oh yeah, you made several batches, so that's good. For now anyway. Alright, it's en route now. I'll wait for the truck to get here and get done. And then we can hook all these belts back up again. And also bring these trains in. I guess I could do that now. We have a bit of fuel saving up here. A bit. Let's start from the right side and work our way left. Schedule. Add. U. Leave when empty. Rubber is next. Add. U. Leave when empty. Copper is next. Add. U. Leave when empty. Wood is next. Leave when empty. Limestone is next. Also, I have dead stations here that I deleted that I need to go through and delete while we're going through things. Limestone here. Likewise. Add. U. Leave when empty. There's our truck with our wood chips on it. Glass. Of course, it had to be a big truck. Couldn't have been a small one. I've been up here further. There it is. Glass. Add here. Leave it empty. Really? Just 2 glass trains? Electronics 2. Here we are. Add here. Leave one empty. Electronics 3. Add here. Leave one empty. And then recyclables. This one. Here. Leave one full. I think that's everything. You can get out of here. Over there someplace. We can change this back to that. And just verify once more that... Yep. And we can do... this. We can do Mark 1 belt here to that one there. Mark 1 belt here to here. Mark 1 belt there to there. And that should be it. Unity those, please. And let's just unpause all of this here. Let it all run. Make sure all the little arms are moving and all the little thingies here. You're moving. Also, I should make sure that I didn't leave any of these still on in stuff acceptance mode here. All right, looks like we're chugging. So now we're able to consume 96 lab equipment, but our current space production is only 48. So I think, yeah, because we need 48 and 48. So now we're going to start depleting our space research points buffer, which is, which is saved up on the station here. As you can see, we have the buffer there, but it's depleting. And so we need to upgrade our station once again. The upgrade of the station will mean that we will gain some more unity. We also gain 25% more research effectiveness bonus, I guess is what that is. This here, I think that's what that is. I don't know. Like a productivity bonus, basically. We'll go up to one of these from 0.75 to 1 per month per minute maintenance. We'll need 6 crew instead of 4. That's not a problem at all. And unless, well, I actually need to check that. We'll use 1.2 supplies per month per minute instead of 0.8. So that's a 50% rise in that. This is only a 33% rise. And a doubling of the purple circuits to make more research points. How much purple circuits are we making? 6. Okay, that's fine. And was there a thing that I wanted to check? Oh, crew. How many crew can we load into one ship? Is it just 4? Or is it 6? Let's try it. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Who cares? Upgrade. Okay, we're launching 40 more station parts immediately. We need 120 of those in order to upgrade to the next stage of the station. As long as these rockets can carry 6 people, we should be okay. If not, then we might have a little bit of a tough time. We may have to go to the Mark II rockets in order to do that, which will be, I don't know what to do. We have them here, but we need to have additional parts in order to pull that off. More of these aluminum thingies. We need to feed the titanium thingies in, and we need to feed in the circuits 3 instead of the circuits 2. Oh yeah, these only do have a capacity of 4 people, so we will have to do at least one rocket. Rocket 2. At least one of our rockets will have to be rocket 2. Otherwise, we won't be able to keep up with the people need. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how this is going to work exactly. Because we can only haul up 4 people. Does that mean we launch 2 rockets? Or what does that mean? And man, we're tearing through that research points now. Let's see. I'm going to wait and see. Just to see. Oh, there's asteroids thingy here now. Is this all there is? Station 4? So this is here now? Which means we need to feed up these 2 parts. Yeah, here goes our last station parts. And we're launching 4 more people. We have to launch some crew supplies too. Now there's another level of station. Oh, you can go up to using 6 electronics to get 144 research points out of it. There goes the electronics. Okay, good. I wonder how high the stations can go. Is there a thing in the wiki about that? According to the wiki, there's only 4 levels. But we know that's not true because there's a 5th level here. So, yeah. Okay, wiki's out of date. Or nobody's bothered going past level 4. But we do know that we need to have space probe parts and asteroid booster parts. And then once we have space probe parts, we can scan for asteroids. So we need to make the space probes. Now we're launching crew supplies, not surprising. Alright, so we should be okay. I think. We're a little behind on the rockets here, but those will get caught up. So I think we're okay with the small rockets. I don't think we need the big ones, but we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we will eventually. We'll see. So I think we need to look at this space probe parts build then and see how that plays out. We are now making 96 of these research points, I hope. Right? Yeah, 96 of them. Which is exactly what we're making of the lab equipment. So we should be okay on that front as well. And we have plenty of people. We can actually probably get rid of some people if we wanted to. I think I'll wait since we have a couple more factories to build. So this next thing, what was it called again? Space probe parts. That needs composite cores, electronics 4, and plutonium, which means we have to make that over by our new nuclear reactor. That makes 8 space probe parts per minute. How many do we need? I don't know how many we need made. But let's at least get a factory design for this. That needs to be made in assembly 5. Okay. Actually, I should have done that better way here. Back in there, right click on this, control click on that. No? Shift click? No. Control click. Okay. What if I go into here? Control click now? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So one of these means that I need to have, holy crap, a double version of what we're making for Electronics 4 over here right now. Because this only makes 6. Yeah. Alright, you need to stop doing the fighty thing here. You should be going over here, actually. Over there. Yeah, we'll see what the crew rotation, or the crew looks like at the next rotation. In 12 divided by 3 minutes. These composite panels are a bit tough. Because we're actually trying to use them for factory building on top of trying to use them for the rockets. Okay, so we're going to need double this build because this only makes 6 to make one of the other thing. So that's what it is. Double that. We'll figure that out. These are actually only... This is only an assembly... This is assembly 5. So yeah, we need double this build. None of these are upgradable machines, or they already are upgraded. If they are, we'll have to check the numbers. Maybe we want to double everything, but double the build effectively for this. Where am I at? Still got our water here too, by the way. Not anymore. So on top of that, we also need to have 16 of these. And 2 plutonium every 60 seconds. Now the plutonium build is this one here, which makes 1 every 60 seconds. So I actually have to have 2 of these if we're going to want to produce this much. We'll have to figure that part out too. The part that kind of makes me nervous here, / scares me a little bit, is how do I want to manage this stuff? Because I don't think this stuff can be trained around, and it's also toxic. So that means that I cannot. I don't want too much of it on a belt, and I don't want too much of it on a truck. But I don't think it can be trained around either. Yeah, nothing in barrels at all. Even the white barrels can be put on a train. Okay, so we need to do this here. I may end up not doing it right here. I may end up extending these pipes in a different direction, maybe, and doing it elsewhere. I was intending on doing the yellow cake in this area here, so maybe I have to pipe over those 2 pipes here and do this over here, which might mess with my priority balancing, but maybe not, because this is already here anyway. And then how am I merging this in? That is the highest priority because it's shared with these. And it should be high anyways, so... Is it still highest priority? Yes, it's highest priority. Okay. I still might be able to do that just fine though, especially if I connected it up here and put a balancer here. I could just pipe it into that balancer part, put it on a high priority. So maybe I'll do this here, but I'm gonna have to get rid of the sand first. And then in order to do that too, that we'll need to have rocket launch sites locally here, unless we can also train these modules around, which I didn't actually check. Yeah, we can. Space probe parts can be trained around. What's the other thing here? Asteroid boosters, which use the compact reactors, which use the enriched uranium. It also needs to be made here. Can those be trained around too? They can be. So maybe we could do that, even if smaller trains might be more proficient there. So we could always put those on a train and load them up and carry them wherever we wanted them. They do need to manipulate more sand. So why don't we steal another one of these excavators here? And some of the trucks from here. Not that one. This one. And sand is here. I may end up doing the ridiculous sand storage that I had here before. Again, if I want to clear out, like, this part of the sand over here. What I really need to do here, though, is dump some rock and stuff into the ocean so I can get at the sand that's down under the water. If I feel like doing it. So I guess I may not feel like doing it. I don't know. I don't want to do the... I don't really like the... 0? I can't see what that even says. I think this says 0. I don't really like the amphibious excavators. Just being honest, I don't really get it. I don't think that they were a needed addition to the game. You just beat the Sudoku remaster while you're watching the stream. I don't know what that is. I assume it's a game. I'm really bad for knowing what different games are because I don't play that big of a variety of games. And I never really have. I have this set for rock, yeah. Okay, good. Let's keep this going like this. Like this. At least square that end off. Turn-based game. There's originally a PS1 that got ported to Steam. Nice. Let's see. I think we should just do this and maybe go over like that far. Just my angle here a bit. Do this. Actually, let's just go there. Like this. Yeah, I never had or really had opportunity to play PlayStation. At least not. I played like once on a PlayStation. So it's not really something that I really have that much familiarity even with what games they have and stuff like that. Like, I don't even know. I went from like Super Nintendo to PC games and kind of never looked back. I do own a Wii, like the original, like not the Wii U or whatever. I do own a Wii. It hasn't been hooked up in years. And I do own a Xbox 360. Has been hooked up in years. And I own a Nintendo Switch. Not the Switch 2, just the Switch. And that's for when I have to sit someplace and waste a bunch of time and want something to do. Okay, so you guys will work over here. That's good. So I think we'll have to wait to build this until after I do a little bit more terraformation. But we can at least do the design for this thing. Although, oh yeah, and then we were gonna move these things. So let's start with that by flipping this, so that they don't bring the juices down this way, or they get out of here if they are down this way. We're gonna end up moving both of these, which means that this that I did is, yeah, probably gonna end up having to move again. Oopsie. No problem. Okay, so this design. We need a copy of the Electronics 4 from Rocket Villa here. That much? Sure. And where the heck was I doing this at? Right there. We need to double this build. First thing, this goes. That and this all go. If we have 2 of these, you need to have 4 of those, so we need to double this for sure. I think, well, let's see. Those need sapphires, which are coming in. This is making the goo here. This here can support 8 of these machines, so we're fine with that. This diamond paste. We're fine with 1 of these. Don't need to double that. This is also making... we're needing 2 ethanol. We're making 12 here, so we can support 6 of those machines, so doubling this is not a problem either. And then this needs that 16 oxygen, which we don't need to double the middle column here at all. Nice. Let's see, and then you... if we are using 2, 4, 6, 8 of this, we need to have 2 diamonds, and we're overproducing the diamonds. Okay, so really all I need to double is this part down here at the end. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. That's a horse of a different color right there. Let's take this out like that, maybe. And I think what I want to do is this and this. It's coming down that belt. This belt. Diamonds? Diamonds. Oh, I need diamonds for that too. Okay, so that's 2 diamonds, 4 diamonds, 6 diamonds. And that's 6 diamonds. So actually I'm still good on diamonds because, yeah, I was overproducing before. Okay, so let's take that belt out. Take this belt out too. Copy that again. Flip it. Do it like this. Yeah, right together. Just like they like each other. And then we'll take this part out like this. And I will probably manipulate some of these other belts here. But this can come in like that. Need a flat connector. Tuck into there. And then this belt here continues down to there. I said there. And then down to there. This belt here, which is the sapphire in belt, goes to here, then to there. And then this belt here, which is the diamond revision belt, I'm going to redo it. And that goes to here. And which one do you connect to? That one? And what else goes in here? Electronics 3. And those were just coming in off the bus. Okay. That's fine then. That was kind of an easy doubling build. We need to fix the pipes too here, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to redo the pipes just because they're weird. Pipes are weird. And you are just 12, so pipe 1 is still just fine. You'll go there, up, up. Here. Here. There. And then here. Here. There. No! Schmuck. There. Alright, so that'll be kind of nice. Like that. So electronics there, sapphires here. I don't know what all goes in there. Looks like oil and something else. Basically whatever we have in this train station here.
5, 4, 2, 1, lift off.
All the way down to this point. And then, other than those things, we need whatever we need for the other pieces here. This thing, the composite core, 16 composite cores. We're making those right now, right here, and we're making 16 of them already. We need to make the composite panels, the titanium alloy needs to be brought in, electronics need to be brought in. Okay. You need aluminum. We'll probably just make the composite core or the composite panels here. We need steel and plastic then as well. You bring in silicon. So we need this, that, this, that. This was totally not needed unless we wanted to output them. But the problem with outputting them is I don't know that we're making enough to output them. At the moment we're making... We could double this though. We could make these assembly 5s. The moment we're making 16 times 6. Who is all using these? You are. But we're not actually making the or using these anymore. They're kind of garbage right now. But we need them in case we have to shut our station off and need to rebuild it. Most of what we're using them for is this, which is 16 times 2. That's 32. Which is actually 2 of these things here. Yeah. So we have 4 of these free. Effectively, that means that we're getting 32 per minute for this and 32 per minute for this right now. If we took from there, that would reduce that unless we upgraded these. Which, again, we could do. It might make life easier if I did. I just don't know if I want to do that or not. A lot of aluminum processing here. But then again, what else am I using the aluminum for? This. So I need to bring the aluminum in anyway. So I could just make them locally, I guess. Good. We bring in silicon. Water we have to either bring in or make or get or whatever. That makes this, which needs aluminum and glass. Which needs then titanium. So it's basically this entire station here. except for the electronics 2. Those are only going into this, I think, and into the rocket making. Last we would need... Yeah. And we would also, if we're going to do this... If we're going to do this over here, we also have to decide if we want to just put the rockets here too, or if we want to ship those parts to where we want to do the rockets. It might be easiest just to do the rockets here too, which means we would need to have enough production of these panels anyway for the rocket, plus electronics 2, plus steel anyways. It's basically a duplicate of this station, but we would need that anyway. Before we make a decision on that, though, take a look at what the other parts require. These here. We need 16 more of these. We need diamonds, and we need these compact reactors. We just need more electronics, the enriched uranium, and titanium. I want to do that. Okay. Diamonds aren't that big of a problem. And we're bringing in the stuff for diamonds already. I think we do this in a new dedicated area. Separate area, I mean. And we just have 2 rocket launch thingies there. Like this. Basically half of this. So whatever we need for the station, which would be a lot of the same stuff for both of these 2 components. One of these making the rockets, I think, should be enough. And then kind of just piece it all together. If we build it down here, closer to the water, well, not necessarily closer to the water, but toward the water, we'll need to, maybe we put these 2 then kind of flipped and positioned here. Oh, and remember, this goes away after a while. Oh, yeah. It goes away after a while. That's not so bad. But position these over here. Kind of flipped. And then they output their stuff, maybe not even there, but they output their stuff into, especially that plutonium, into this machine here. How much of the other stuff are we going to need? This here makes 2. We need 4. So we're going to need 2 of each of these factories, potentially, in order to pull this off. Okay. So if those were here, or maybe I even ran the pipes further. I'll have to bring the purple pipe down this way then. No problem with that. Even if I ran them down further, we could set up the rockets down here by the water. Could bring the train station in through here somehow. I could even split it off of here to begin with. So we definitely need to clean up a good chunk of this sand. And then build the factory to make these things somewhere in here. Man. It's kind of complicated because of the restrictions on the nuclear stuff. It's fair, but it's kind of complicated. I want to do one other thing here. I'm going to take out space of 4 here. And I want to put in reinforced surface, I think is what we did. This, well, you know what, then let's go ahead and do this part. like this, and then like this. Same thing on this side. That. Can I Unity build those? No. Okay, so we gotta wait for the trucks to come in. No problem. They shouldn't take too long to do that. So we're actually going to end up needing a triplicate of this. Maybe we should plan for that here together while we're planning for it. Because we're going to need to have 6 more electronics for making these things. No, we're going to need 12 more. We're going to need to double that again. Who was that said that a little while ago? Or quite a while ago. Nerd, double it again. Is that Nerd? I think it was Nerd. Yep, it was. Now double it again. So I'll have something else, but what are you gonna do? So I actually need to have you need to make 12 for this and 12 for the other stuff. So we might as well just set that up together, and then they can go to their separate builds. It was Nerd, yep. And then you need 16 of these. You need 16 of these. That's great. You need 2 of those. And you're going to need to have 4 diamonds. That's 2 diamond makers. We can just put those diamond makers with the other diamond makers then. And just make that all together and then split it off separately. And then this will need to have titanium alloy, which we're bringing in anyway to make these things, right? Yeah. And they need 24 titanium alloy. We'll need 12 electronics, and we'll need to have 4 enriched uranium to make 8 of these, to make 8 of those, to make 8 of those. And then this is going to be actually a little bit easier. So, we're sending up people now. Okay, crew rotation time. So you're sending up people early and ahead of the rotation. Does that mean, and how does that look? Oh, we're getting, okay, so 4 of the people are getting rotated each 12 months or so, rather than all of them being rotated at the same time. Okay, I can get behind that. I can live with that. So we need to double this again. And if we're going to double this again now, we're going to need to have, that was a direct feed. So this is fine, but we're going to need to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 diamond paste, which we are already making. Excellent. We're going to need to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 ethanol, which we are not making. So we're going to need a second ethanol maker for this second build. And then we'll need to have 2, 4, 6, 8 diamonds up here, plus 4 diamonds here, which is 12 diamonds, plus 4 diamonds, which is 16 diamonds. Each one of these makes 2, so that means I would need to have 8 diamond makers. But diamonds are actually cheap to make, so no big deal. I mean, I don't think they're cheap on the power front and the teraflops front, but they're cheap otherwise. Are we not moving on the research? Oh yeah, we're moving. We're at a full clip. Look at that. That equals 152 research because I have 60% modifier in my edicts. I have a 58% modifier in my population, and I have a 25% modifier for my space program. And that's what this is here. So yeah. Incredible. Okay, so we need a crap ton of diamonds. The diamonds will get split then a few times. and may end up going maybe a different route here or something, in addition to the way they're going. That's fine. How do I want to do this part, though? How do I want to do this part, though? I think I will defer this part's thought till next time. It is 11:30 after all. But I might end up adding an extra space in here to give me the ability to put another pipe in here to loop this pipe instead of having them connect in like that. Alternatively, I could leave them one of these connected to 4. I could do that too. Have the other one of these connected to the other 4 of these. They're using 8 out of 12. The other ones will use 8 out of 12. That would be fine. Look at the time. It flies by so quickly when you have a nap in the middle. Yeah, I was having a nap in the middle. So I think that would be okay. We have enough oxygen production. Sugar's coming in, so we don't have to worry about that. We radically extend the diamond build. Maybe even... could even mirror it, I suppose. But then I would have to do something else here to handle the processing or the output to this part. I don't know if I want to do that or not. We could do that, I suppose. I would have to add an extra space, though, I think. Maybe. But we'll see. We'll see what we end up with idea-wise next time. For now, though, let's find ourselves a raid target and get out of here. Let's raid our friend Joe. He's playing Minecraft. We haven't raided him in a while. We haven't seen him live, and we've been live in a while. So let's stick around for that raid so that you can participate. You get extra channel points for that, and you get it makes the channel look good for doing so. In the meantime, between now and the next stream, which is Thursday, stop by the YouTube and watch the games we're playing there. We have games that are only on YouTube. They're not here on Twitch. And then of course we have stream archives there as well. Ethos and Alchemy Factory are our current game series there. Plus, we do a little bit of extra shenanigans on YouTube that we don't stream. Usually a cooking game, or almost always cooking game. We went back to Plate Up this last week because we were having trouble with Wrap House Simulator, but I think we'll try Wrap House Simulator again because it's newer for us. And then also, come and stop by Discord. You can hang out with us, talk about games and technology, share memes, and make fun of Caledorn, all while hanging out with a bunch of good group of people. And then on Friday nights, we have community game night as well, which you can participate in there in Discord. But for now, let's raid our friend Joe, see what he's up to in Minecraft. Thank you all for coming, and thanks for hanging out and chatting and redeeming, and we will see you all again on Thursday for more Captain of Industry. Have a good one. Bye for now.